Hi Jet, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. Pleasure to talk to you, and congratulations on Shaman. I watched it, I think just over a week ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, I've got to say.
Oh well, I'm glad. I haven't got the opportunity to watch it just yet, but once it's out, I'm so excited to see what it really turned into.
Oh, that's awesome. I wanted to start with your role specifically in this film, of course, as Elliot, and it's quite an intriguing one. You obviously Elliot gets possessed by
Mhm.
this spirit, this evil force in the film, and there's this intriguing balance as the story develops in his character. You've got this sense of vulnerability. He's as much of a victim as he is anything else in the story, so the audience is positioned to feel sorry for him. But
Yeah.
there's also beneath that this real sinister presence. So I was wondering, as you kind of approach a role like that, how do you kind of navigate that kind of duality?
Yeah, I mean with Elliot, he as you say, yeah, you have to preserve this boyishness as well as being that like scary and like embracing that horror aspect. But yeah, it's something that I really enjoyed. I think that's one of like the driving factors of the movie and something that I really got to play with. Um, because throughout the film, it's like it makes you question is this kid really messed up, and you don't know until later. So yeah, I think that was honestly, I'm glad you picked up on that. That's the first question I've had because that's on that because it was honestly one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the film and the role of Elliot, it's also grounded by that mother-son
Hmm.
relationship, that dynamic, which I really think is kind of the emotional like anchor point of the film. And so with this kind of tense silence that we see between mother and son when Candice notices that something's not quite right and something, possibly evil or at least problematic has happened. There's real intensity in those earlier moments of the film, and you guys portray it really well through like stares and intense moments where there's not much dialogue, but it's really visceral nonetheless. And I was wondering, kind of, how do you work with your co-stars and navigate that kind of atmosphere?
I mean, yeah, I know I've known Sarah previously. We have a good relationship and we've worked together before, but I think it's really good, especially with someone like Sarah who's just such like a fantastic actor and just great to work with. You build off each other. And I think that's what creates those tense moments is because you're in the scene with each other and you just really like you I don't know like the vibe or like the internal emotions you can almost feel cutting through the air while you're doing it, and I think that's what creates for those like real tense honest like raw moments.
That's awesome. And those really kind of terrifying moments that come later on in the film, they're aided by these really interesting visual effects that we see, and Elliot's transformation by the end, by the climax of the film. It's really well done through not only your performance but also the visual effects that surround it. And I was wondering, when you're acting and you know that those effects are going to be added in, and I won't say specifically what to avoid spoilers, of course, but when you're acting and you're navigating, knowing that the visual effects will be there, does it make it more difficult for you to convey the same emotion with that extra kind of fact in your mind, or does it aid the experience?
Yeah, I mean, throughout the film, and I'm not going to give anything away either, but there's a couple moments where sometimes you just have to do a little bit of a weird thing, and it has to be exactly perfect. And I don't want to say that like takes you out of it, but it is another thing to think about. But throughout most of the time, I really enjoy like knowing that's going to be there. But a ton of it was practical as well. Obviously there was like there was some VFX in certain shots, like in the bedroom, but yeah, I think it adds just another layer.
Awesome. And I had a great conversation with Antonio, the director, a few days ago, and we really got a chance to speak about his approach as a director and individualizing it for each actor, so it's not like a one size fits all thing per
Mhm.
se. And just from your perspective, I'd love to get your account of working with him. And under his tutelage, was there anything that you kind of took away from the experience? Anything that you learnt from him that you can apply moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, he's yeah, just how he works, it's like you see him think, and something I mean to take that I take away is he's all if he has something or him and that he thinks would work or something new, just on the spot, he'll come, he'll tell you, and you like he's not afraid to try and like new something different, which is something I always love. Keeps it
That's
fresh.
perfect. Yeah. And I've followed you for a little bit of time now, so I know that fitness is something that you're really into, and that's a big part of your life as well. And I was wondering, is there any kind of physicality to Elliot's role, and if there's any transferable skills you had that you were able to incorporate in your performance?
Yeah, I mean, I like to think I have good cardio. But being up there, like the air is so much thinner and like lighter on so on like my lungs and everything, I wasn't always adjusted. And those even just like the littler things like the screams or the running, it takes a lot out of you because it's so like it's such a high elevation that you're like you do just even just one or two takes and you're gassed.
Wow. Yeah, and I've just got one more question for you. It's not long now until audiences all over the world are able to see this film, and yourself included as well. You'll get to see it for the first time, hopefully,
Yeah,
really soon. So,
so
I
excited.
was wondering, what do you think should be people's biggest takeaway from the film, and what do you want them to leave with a feeling of, if there's anything in particular?
Mhm. I mean, obviously this is like I don't want to say textbook horror on paper. Um, but I think it's more than that. It's like it is really like a story of mother and son and like what they go through and like that relation how that relationship affects your path through life. And so I think that if you're gonna go away with anything, just that it's the importance of like having people like there for you and that feeling of safety with the people trying their best for you. It's like it's I think that's a key part of like of like an underlying it's like an underlying key part of the throughout the story.
Oh, well, Jet, that's wonderful, man. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations again on Shaman. I really enjoyed it, and I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy it. It's not just textbook horror, like you say. There's so much to it, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Of course. Well, thank you so much. Have a great one.
You too. Thank you very much.